every time I looked, who are they playing? The Mets. He ran into the Grimace Mets is what happened.
Oh, no, the Grimace
But
Mets.
every time I looked, the
They're
Mets
dangerous.
had like 3 more runs. It's like, oh my God. Like,
Hit it.
Welcome to the Coach's Sons podcast. My name is Andrew,
I'm Chris.
and we are here to talk about all things baseball. Now, it's been a while, so we do apologize. It is June the 27th. You're hopefully listening to us on Friday the 28th. Who knows? But we're back. Chris, how you been?
I've been good, man. It's another long hiatus, but we're here now. We're here now.
Look, we have real jobs, and they are making podcasting difficult. But
They
hey,
are.
you know what? It is what it is.
Well,
we're making it happen.
Let's give a quick insight. What's the schedule look like for us?
Okay, so because we delayed a week, we're going to stay on the same cadence. We're going to record next week,
Okay.
and we're going to talk about trade rumors and wants and hopes and dreams and
Love
wild
that.
stuff, right? So it'll be all trade talk. We'll probably cover some baseball, but mostly trade talk.
Some news,
Yeah.
mostly trade talk.
And then 2 weeks from that, normal cadence again, it's All-Star break time. We are going on a fun little golf trip to Colorado. So before we take off, we're going to talk about halfway there.
Yeah.
Let's review. You know, where do we stand? How much did we get right? How much did we get wrong? We'll give away like halfway there awards, like the
Cy Young
half-season Cy
MVP.
Young, half-season home run leader, that kind
Love
of thing.
that. All right.
Cool.
I just want the people to know that we are out, that we are here.
We've made plans.
Yes.
It's going to happen.
Yes.
Okay.
Those are in stone. We have no conflicting priorities
Nope.
at this point, unless life severely gets in the way. But for now,
Fingers
that's what we're
crossed.
looking at.
Exactly. All right, so let's start off this show with the biggest news in baseball and maybe sports in general, and that's the passing of the late, great Willie Mays.
Yeah. Well, it's a weird one, right?
Right.
Like you try not to get. I'm certainly not emotional, but you try not to get in a weird spot over a celebrity death.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's baseball and, a thing you love so much and a person who meant so much to the game for
Yeah.
many, many, many different reasons,
Mhm.
not just being a damn good baseball player, arguably one of the best ever,
Mhm.
but just the type of human he was and what he had to persevere throughout his life. And he was 93 years old, so he didn't live a
Long
short life.
life.
He
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
wasn't
amazing.
robbed of any life.
Yep.
That's for certain. So, my condolences to the family, to
Yep.
everybody very close to him. Just overall, just a sad day because
Mm-hmm.
of what he will always mean to the game.
Yeah.
So
There's like certain names in baseball that you think of, and Willie Mays is one of the first three that come to mind. You and I never watched him play baseball.
never. It's weird to
Yeah, but we
to reflect
know
on that.
of the legend that is Willie Mays and that he was the best, one of the best to ever do it. And there's probably argument to be made that he was the best all around. So it's weird to put it in perspective because we never got to really see much other than random highlights maybe here and there. But it's he definitely has made an impact on the legend of baseball.
and he's about as close to a universally liked, respected,
Yeah.
and known individual where if you're naming a top 5 of all time, he's probably in it, if not, depending on your personal preference, but he belongs in every single one of those conversations.
I can't imagine him not being top 5 in anyone who considered baseball something they love at all.
And again, the man was incredible at everything he did. Defensively, we're talking to the Say Hey Kid, right? The infamous catch. We'll talk about the catch and
we
throw.
all tried to
the
do,
catch
you know?
and throw, right?
Yeah.
No matter how many times you do it, you can't.
Yep.
That throw from God knows how far, probably 600 feet away. Like just
It was.
again, just that's one piece. Like that's what you know him as, right?
Yeah.
That's what at least me remembers of Willie Mays. I've never seen him personally play, But then you hear, you just hear these stories. You hear everybody talk about him. And one thing, going back to his characters, have you ever heard of a bad thing said about Willie Mays?
No.
There are a lot, especially in today's day and age.
Right.
You could find bad things on practically anybody and everybody,
Babe
even
Ruth?
if it's
Nope.
one
Mickey Mantle, nope.
like one
Yeah.
mistake,
Yep.
like one thing you said that you wish you could take back.
Exactly.
And that's never ever ever happened for him. Never like treated anybody poor. It just an overall good guy. And again, to spin this into what we're going into is the adversity that he faced just as a human being, an African American male coming up in America to try to make it big. And granted, he did.
Yep.
But the idea that he is who he is and what he was, hell, he fought in the war. He missed years of his prime in terms of statistical purposes for that. So every time you look at his numbers, just know they could be better somehow.
Because his numbers are pretty
his numbers are incredible.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
So, just for reference, he is the only member of the 500 home run, 100 triple, 300 stolen base, and 300 batting average club. Nobody else has ever.
No one else is there.
Never.
That's wild.
So, again, to speak of his play, yes, we haven't seen him. You're just looking statistically, and the man was incredible. You hear all the anecdotes, and it's another thing. And what I wanted to get into, when I say it's a precursor for what we're about to do, is MLB had their celebration of, we'll just say the Negro Leagues. I believe I could be wrong in how they phrase that, but at Rickwood Field, and he was supposed to be honored.
Yes. Yeah.
And from what I understand, they had, a montage set up to acknowledge him. No, this was pre-passing,
pre-death,
and I think, in the days leading up to his passing, there was, some complications. He bowed out, of course, didn't make it till that day, unfortunately. But they had a very nice
ceremony.
Yes, that was the word.
Yep.
Appreciation.
Yep.
It turned into an appreciation of life of Willie Mays, of one of the best African American athletes of all time.
Yep.
So to put a stamp on that for now, to get off the that somber note, Willie Mays, one of the best humans in the game, one of the best players ever in the game. Rest in peace. Thank you for all of your contributions to the game, and hopefully, people can live forward with everything you've done. Yeah,
it's so wild to think the impact one man had, and Willie Mays is one of those guys that his name is going to far outreach, him, and it's just awesome that that he was able to do that. So, but yeah, sad day for baseball, but we're we're glad that we had Willie Mays.
100%. And to go into, a sidebar of, everything he had to endure, they had a pretty big, desk, if you will. They had a lot of, legends come up to the desk to talk about their experiences and, just talk about their life and how they came about and what they are and what they would be. And Reggie Jackson kind of stuck out a lot. Again, one of those people, you could say a lot of things about Reggie Jackson, for who he is, but, just some of his, his quote. There's a full quote here. I won't read the whole thing. It's kind of a paragraph, but he went to Rickwood Field. I believe it was Birmingham, Alabama. He has played there, and his quote, everything I will read is a quote. I'll tell you when I stop quoting him, is coming back here is not easy. The racism when I played here, the difficulty of going through different places where we traveled. Fortunately, I had a manager and players on the team that helped me get through it, but he wouldn't wish it on anybody. So, and I'll end the quote. He had much more to say. To paraphrase, is he was called the N-word. He was not able to go eat at certain restaurants.
Yeah.
And this isn't the the Stone Age. This is the 60s.
Yeah.
Right, this isn't that far
Not
long
long
ago.
ago. Yeah.
So, to me, that stuck out a lot in this whole grand scheme of the celebration of the Negro Leagues, because Major League Baseball recently, I guess, agreed to integrate their statistics.
Stats. Yep.
So that it kind of all came into one. I think the timing made sense for how they went about it. But then you have Reggie Jackson being very real and being raw and like, this is what happened. You know, now I'm not holding back. This is exactly what happened. So overall, you know, I applaud the event. I want to go into a lighthearted part of this too, but I think it's very important to just talk about those, you know, obviously the passing of Willie, and then, you know, what Reggie Jackson endured. And clearly he wasn't the only one. He just was the one to speak up. So I'm glad he came out and said it. I hate that he had to go through it.
Yeah.
And I can only hope that the world is a better place. We'll see. But overall, the MLB did a really good job of the event. I thought.
Yeah, you said Barry Bonds had a pretty fun quote too.
Here was the exchange. Tell me right now on the spot what you would do against Satchel Paige, from Derek Jeter. And Barry Bonds says, me? Gone. And then he goes, you lost your mind, Jeter. Gone.
You lost your mind. Okay.
Right? Like, so, and that's part of the, I'll call it allure of Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's not liked by the media, and that's part of why he's, you know, shadow banned, if you will, from baseball and how all this works, because he kind of went away.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny coming out of all of this. You know, and that's Willie Mays was his godfather, so I'm sure that, you know, had a little bit extra meaning to him. But all in all, an A+ event for Major League Baseball. Good on them. I know we haven't had a pod since they released the press release to integrate all the stats, but good on them.
Yeah.
Josh Gibson will finally get his credit.
Holy cow.
You know, that I know people talk about him like crazy. You want to talk about somebody we've never seen play? I don't know anything about.
I don't know if I've ever seen a clip of Gibson, if that even exists. You know,
I don't know. Yeah. So I think that's really cool. Some people were up in arms about it. I'm indifferent.
Assholes.
Yeah. Like, what do you want them to do? Like they literally weren't allowed to play.
Yeah.
So all good.
Anyone who takes offense to that just needs to really look inward.
Yeah.
If you're being honest.
Overall, great event. All said and done. You know, I wish, you know, Willie was able to take that all in, but unfortunately he wasn't. But again, rest in peace, Willie Mays. And let's move on from Rickwood Field, I think.
All right, sounds good. So we're going to move from something somber to something not as fun as well. Injuries. So we've had some big names go down.
Yeah.
And, you know, one season ending, which we were...
The writing was on the wall.
Suspicious of already, right? So that we're talking about Orioles pitcher Bradish.
Kyle Bradish.
He... you know, started the season with soreness. It didn't sound good. Sounded like his elbow's gone. They nursed him back to, quote, health, and then, boom, it pops, and he's now season-ending.
And it's weird because he pitched well. Like, not weird. He pitched well.
Yeah.
For the time he was. And then it was like he missed the start. Like, we're going to bump him. We're going to put him on the IL. And then, like, 2 hours later, he got Tommy John. Like, I think he got it in the locker room.
Peace out.
You know, like, so, you know, unfortunate for him. You know, it sucks. You don't want to see guys get hurt, especially for, you know, a young Orioles team that could have used a legitimate arm like that.
Yeah.
But that's a season ender. I have nothing else more to say. It stinks. Sorry.
I mean, here's the deal.
He comes back healthy.
Baseball right now, the state of pitching, it's like it's not if you get Tommy John, it seems to be when, right?
Yeah.
Like watching Skeens go out there and just gas people at 101 and 102, you're like, that's awesome. I give him about a year. You know what I mean? Like, and I hate that that's my mindset, but
I don't think you're wrong.
That's just what's happening now. So
you don't. I'll be very sad when it happens. I'm sad.
I agree. I mean, it's so much fun to watch.
Yeah, Bradish finished 4th in the Cy Young last year.
I mean, he's a great pitcher.
So it's a big loss overall. Loss. And then as the person, it sucks. Other injuries, both the same team. You were celebrating it, so I don't know.
I'm not celebrating it. You can back off that a little.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto, it started as a tricep, but turned into, like, they diagnosed further as a rotator cuff. Mm-hmm. From my understanding, there's really not much to report. I think Roberts was like, he's doing well, but he's not doing anything. Like, he hasn't thrown. He's just kind of taking it easy.
Here's the deal, though. But rotator cuff used to be the big bad before Tommy John really took off, and I feel like that's a lingering issue, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't know how that
could be problematic for a while, or that could just be here's a shot in your shoulder and you're good. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I don't know.
I'll throw out the other name too, and then say what I was going to say about the Dodgers overall. The other injury is Mookie Betts, and that hurts them too.
Yeah,
just
and
as
I
much.
wasn't celebrating Mookie
You were
getting hurt.
You sent a happy emoji. No, I'm joking entirely. But Mookie got hit by a pitch.
Yeah, it sucks.
He's out. What they say, 4 to 8 weeks. I think this happened a week and a half ago. So who knows? Let's just say 8 weeks. That's a pretty long time.
Mm-hmm.
However, like injuries suck, right? That's one statement.
Yeah.
The other statement is the Dodgers aren't in any danger.
Dodgers
So
are
as
fine.
long as these guys are good for, they come back, as long as they're back by mid-August, and can kind of get into the swing of things, because I think Kershaw just took another step backwards. I think he was
Buehler
ramping up.
got put on the 15-day.
Buehler went.
Yeah.
So they are struggling in terms of who, because right now their number 2 starter is Gavin Stone,
Yes.
who I'll get to later is having a nice season overall, but how much confidence do you have in that?
Not in
As
the playoffs,
right?
Yeah.
You want your guys.
Yeah.
So as long as these guys are able to ramp themselves up and be prepared for that stretch run, because without looking, the Dodgers probably up 10 games, and they're really not going to get
I think it's
challenged.
8.5. I think they have the biggest lead in of the divisions, but it's a lot, right? They don't have to worry too much about it currently. Now it does make me think, and we'll talk about this next week in exhaustion, but there's a chance the Dodgers could be buyers at the All-Star break, because that's what the Dodgers do. Which is a scary proposition, but I mean, they don't have arms, and if these guys continue to get hurt, they're going to have to do something, just because you can't win without pitching. It's just
I mean, they'll end up being they were always going to be buyers, because their lineup isn't complete.
Yeah.
They have a few hope, but they're going to add a pitcher.
Yeah.
And the only thing is, I don't really know what they have left. Again, we'll try and go more in depth and
we'll
find
figure
some
out next
guys,
week,
who they might be able to deal for that. But I expect them. They're not going to just let things go by the wayside.
No,
so they'll be fine.
Yeah.
They signed Kevin Biggio though.
Cool.
I'm joking. A complete joke, but inadvertently he's going to get more time, in the lineup and stuff. But injuries suck. The Dodgers, I think, will be fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would assume, in a perfect world, you want Yamamoto to have more real innings before you thrust him into a postseason.
1,000%. Yeah.
But
1,000%.
I guess we'll see what happens in that regard.
Yeah.
But I think those are the major ones. I don't think we missed.
Those are the big ones. I don't think we missed anything
If we did, let me know.
massive. We've already talked about all the other ones that as they've happened. I think from here, let's talk about our teams, Chris. You should be happy right now,
right.
Chris.
You robbed me of being severely happy, because about a week ago we were in great shape. We had like a 10-game lead. We were I don't even remember how many games over 500, but it's unprecedented territory. The Seattle Mariners. We're doing the Meh-riners Minute, by the way, but the Seattle Mariners were 10 games up. Everything was peachy, no problems. Now, that might have been because we played a kind of not so great schedule and took advantage of some wins, which we did.
Okay.
Flash forward to today, off day. We needed it. We're only 5.5 up.
Okay.
And this isn't going to be sunshine and rainbows for a team that's in first place by 5.5 games.
Hold on. Where do I come into this, making it
because you canceled on me last week? I was so ready. I was so ready to talk
to have
Mariners.
something nice to talk. Oh, okay,
I was so ready
I
to just be, because I had nothing bad to say. We won, a bunch in a row. We're winning series.
Yep.
And now we're coming off of 3 straight series losses. We're talking Marlins. We're talking Rays.
Yep.
Guardians were the first one, I think.
Yep.
Which whatever. That one's neither here nor there because they're good. Team is not good on the road. We're very much struggling there. And we can use this as we're 4.5 games up. Fuck me.
Whoa.
Guess who's in second?
The Astros.
Yeah. What did I tell you a month ago? I step on their throat and get rid of them. But guess what? They're at 500. They are 4.5 games back. They've won 7 straight games.
Do you hear the Jaws theme in your head?
It's not They're in. Let's see. They're 3 games out of a wild card, so like they're in the hunt. And guess who hasn't played in a month? Kyle Tucker.
Yeah.
He comes back soon. Verlander's not hurt. They're not even healthy. Like, it's a different territory to be because usually Seattle's hovering around 500 on the All-Star break, and then in July they'll go on a big win streak. But we kind of had the streak already, so it's not ideal. I'm gonna bitch a little bit more, and then I'll let everybody off the hook here. But there's still a chance that we can get this done. There's a lot of season left, but we got to figure out bats. That lineup just doesn't do it. They don't do it for me. We're waiting on the pitching staff who's been good. Most have been great, or 2 have been great. Castillo's iffy. Miller and Wu pick and choose when they want to do well. Wu's hurt now, but when they give up like 2 runs, you're like, fuck, game's over.
Yep.
Right. So I don't love that part of fandom. I don't derive much enjoyment from watching the Mariners right now. Most of the game, I'm just straight faced. Like we could hit a home run, and I'm just like, okay, well, how about we get 3 outs, and then I'll be happy, right? So it's just not a very good spot to be mentally with this team. They need a lot of help. Bullpen is not good. Munoz is at the end, great, love that guy. We don't have anybody else to do it, so I can't wait to start actually breaking down legitimate trade candidates because there's a laundry list of people that I would enjoy.
Yep.
Who they actually get, I don't know because I don't know what they're willing to do.
Do you think your team will actually make moves? Like just
are
off the dome right now?
They have been open about making moves.
Okay.
What that looks like, I have no idea.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. Well, we definitely want to see some movement happen for your sake.
Don't let the somberness fool you. We are 4.5 games in first place.
In first place.
I'd be surprised if we're in first place by the All-Star break.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You think you're going to lose that much ground in a week and a half?
Yeah.
Wow.
Happens.
Wow. Okay. All right, Chris, being a downer.
All right, that's all I've got on the Mariners. I will have one in a little bit, but other than that, I still love the team. I'll watch all the games. I'm not having fun right now. Go get me some bats.
Zero fun, sir.
Yeah. All right. Braves.
All right, so Braves. Look, so we're struggling to keep up with the Phillies, but we're starting to stay pace with them. The last 10 games we're both 6-4, but we're 8.5 games back. That sucks. However, there are some bright spots. Kelenic has been moved to the leadoff spot. He was moved on 6-15. First 2 games he played, homers, right? But these are his numbers. Since he's been leadoff, and it's an uptick, right? Because
should be.
It's not like he's been playing bad, but he's been able to play better. And I think it's really opened up his bat. But so it's 11 games at leadoff. He's batting .362, OPS of 1.04. That's amazing.
You're saying that he was better. That's incredible.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
He's got 4 home runs in those 11 games. He's got 10 RBIs. 2 stolen bases. I want more, but whatever. The dude's been really putting bat to the ball recently, and that's been a lot of fun to watch.
Not for me.
For me, it's been fantastic.
I told you I like the guy.
You're right,
Kelenic.
and I'm so glad we have him.
I will say this: he's a very streaky player.
Right.
So I would. I don't wish any bad about. I have no problem with him. He had nothing to do with leaving Seattle. I want to see him battle through a not slump, but his floor be higher than what I've seen his floor be.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
Because that is his peak. He could play this well. He could be a game changer because he is very good defensively as well.
Oh, he's been great defensively.
So
that's the one thing he's been doing well all year.
And I think at some point he has cratered for you guys too because he started off hot and then played not really well, and everybody's like, "What do we do?" Right, and you're playing Duvall more.
Well, he definitely started soft. There's no doubt about that. But he has been able to get bat to ball recently. Obviously, since he's been playing leadoff, and I don't expect him to continue at that pace, right? But it is something that if he can stay around that 300 mark, if he can hit hit some bombs when he needs to, but it's not a necessity. He's not Acuna. We don't need him to be Acuna,
Correct.
but
He
we just need him to get on base, right?
I think it's possible. Again, I just don't want to see his floor be where I've seen it. I want his floor to get raised, and I hope he's able to do
the
that.
kid's been platooning, not anymore, right?
Yeah.
He's the guy. He's playing, and so
Love
he's taking
that.
advantage of that, and that's awesome. And I hope to see that continue. I do think we need to pick up something at the trade deadline.
Always need to add something.
Always, yeah. And so I don't want pressure to be on him, but I definitely want him to be like needing to keep this up, right? All right. Now, the other bright spot for the Braves is Mr. Austin Riley has finally woken the fuck up. So this past basically 2 weeks, so the last 14 games, since the 12th, his batting average is .373. His OPS is 1.184. 5 home runs, 10 RBIs. The guy is 4 doubles. He's raking. And so finally, Austin Riley is waking up, which is huge. We need him. It's been the Ozuna show for way too long. We need Matt to wake up. We need Austin to wake up for us to really have a shot at chasing down the Phillies, which I'm not going to say where I feel we're going to end up finishing until a couple weeks from now when we talk about the halfway point, but it's definitely looking bleak. You know what I mean? So we've got to start making up some ground. Now the Phillies are hot. They are pacing.
They seem to have figured it out, but I don't know.
They're pacing, and they're the lead horse, and we're just trying to not get left in the dirt at this point. But we are, and it is what it is. But I still think we can catch them. I still think the playoffs are well within our grasp, and I think we're a great baseball team that can make a deep run. Again, just to throw this out there, the last time Acuna got hurt, we won the World Series. So anything is possible. So I'm trying to stay positive, and there are definitely some bright spots there. Obviously, Fried's been pitching his ass off. I'm actually going to a Braves game tomorrow to watch us play the Pirates. I don't get to see Skeens. Skeens is Saturday. I do see Jones though, so that'll be cool.
Jared Jones?
Yep.
All right.
Yep. So it's like Jones versus Morton, I do believe. So it'll be a tough weekend series.
You got boned, bud.
I did?
Martin Perez.
Oh. You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, did they move him? Damn
They must have skipped him or something.
Oh, that sucks. I thought it was Jones. Okay, well, never mind. I get to watch Morton Martinez.
Yeah,
Yay.
they might have. They might just be we're gonna
That's fair. Okay, well, never mind. I'm not.
Martin Perez.
I get Perez versus Morton. Okay, whatever. It is what it is.
That's tough.
I'm gonna go watch baseball.
I love the pitching match.
Yeah,
but I want runs. I want a good pitching matchup, but I want runs.
We're definitely gonna score. It's gonna be fun to watch. Cruz out there. It's gonna be fun to watch my Braves. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then skiing Saturday. And, of course, man, he's going to just throw gas at us. So fingers crossed there. So, but, yeah, some bright spots. Looking forward to it. All right, Chris. So from here, I want to play a game with you real quick.
Okay.
Let's do this first because we talked about different things.
I want to play a game.
Hey, you want to play a game? So I was looking up different things when I was trying to look at 3 Up, 3 Down, and just doing some work, right? Some prep work. And one of the things I came across was exit velocity, exit velo, as the kids call it,
exit velo.
Which is it's a newer stat in baseball, but it's something that's fun to talk about. For those who don't know, if you don't, just get out from under the rock you're under. But it's basically how hard these guys are hitting the ball, right? So how fast is it coming off the bat? Now, so what I did is I picked the top 5. It's actually 6 who average over 94 miles an hour. Average exit velocity over 94.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So there are 6 of them.
Okay.
Name me those 6 people.
Giancarlo
is. Guess where he's ranked though? Because he's
3rd.
No.
What is he?
He's 6th.
Okay.
So he's the bottom. Ellie's not on that list.
Okay.
He doesn't average over 94. So this is average. This is just average velocity. So
how the fuck am I? All right. We're trying.
Yeah.
Shohei's
number 2.
Judge
is number 1. He averages 97.2.
That's crazy.
That's average.
Okay. So
right,
we got Judge, Shohei,
Stanton. You got 3 more. You said Ellie. It's not Ellie. It's the other.
It's O'Neill.
Yep, O'Neill. Yep, he's number 3 at 95 even.
Damn.
Yeah.
Too bad it's like 220.
Yeah. It's just when he does hit it,
I know.
it's fast.
No. He's fun to watch too.
Yeah.
But I want you to be a little better.
All right, so you got
Hang on,
2 more. One of them's a Yankee, so I'm giving it away there. The other Yankee.
Oh,
Yeah.
Juan Soto.
Yeah, Soto. And then you have one more.
Okay. I don't. AL or NL?
AL.
Jose Ramirez?
Nope.
Okay. Hang on. Oh, Jordan.
Nope.
Fuck.
I'll give you a hint. His name is all over the trade rumor dockets.
Vlad?
Yes, Vladimir Guerrero. Yep.
He turned it on.
So
I
Judge
think
is
we had him down.
97.2. Shohei is 95.6. O'Neill Cruz 95. Vlad 94.9. Juan Soto 94.7 and Giancarlo 94.3. All right, so those are the average. All right, max, like the fastest that they've hit. All right,
Stanton's 1.
Stanton is 2. Stanton's max velocity is 120. There's someone who has 121.5. Who is this guy? It's not Judge.
It's not, is it anybody we named in the previous one?
It is.
Shohei.
It's not Shohei.
Really?
Yeah.
O'Neill? Is it O'Neill?
It's O'Neill. Yeah. 121.
That's ridiculous.
So O'Neill is 121.5. Giancarlo is 120. Shohei is 119.
I thought Stanton had that. Oh, unless O'Neill passed him out.
Yeah, I think he passed him. So just to go down the list, Shohei's 3, Vlad's 117, Kettle Marte is 117, Yodarn is 116, Fernando Tatis is 116, Jose Ramirez is 116.6, Pete Alonso, Aaron Judge, and then Adolis Garcia is also 116. So those are the top 10 maximum velocity. So those guys hit ball hard. So
yeah, that's a lot. And like I said, I wish O'Neill Cruz was better because he would be more electric.
Yeah, I agree, and that it's so funny. You know, it is a very hip stat right now. I feel like every time they talk about Giancarlo, they talk about his exit velocity. So it's a cool stat, but again, it doesn't equate to anything other than he just hits it really hard when he actually does. So, all right, cool. That was fun. 3 up, 3 down, Chris.
3 up, 3 down. I have way more than 3.
Okay.
But I'll start.
Okay.
I'll give you what I got. So each of these, this is only stats from June. So I'm trying for at least the hot. I'm trying to consolidate my thought process and like, hey, this is the last time we probably do. I don't even know when the last pod we did. It was like, this is the last time we did it. These guys are hot. So I'm trying to like keep it in these windows, right? Yeah. Jarren Duran, Boston Red Sox, 22 games. None of this includes today, by the way.
Yeah.
So not including today. 375 batting average, OPS of 1.045, 4 homers, 14 RBIs, 7 doubles, 2 triples. He's got
2 triples.
Yeah,
let's go.
The guy's hot.
Yeah.
And he's playing really well, and the Red Sox are playing really well, and he's a big part. You talk about leadoff guy setting the table. He's got 9 steals. I knew you'd like that.
Oh, love that.
That's in 22 games, by the way.
Love that so much.
So the guy is flying around. He's doing what he needs to do, setting the table for the Red Sox. He's number 1. And then these other 3, I don't know if I'm stealing it. Oh, sorry. Jesus Christ. I have like 4. 3 of them are no-brainers, but the stars are playing like stars. Shohei, since June 1st, 23 games.
Mashing.
11 homers, 23 RBIs, hitting 310 with a 1.16 OPS. I won't bore you to death with the rest of them. He got caught stealing twice, though.
Terrible.
So, and his home runs are not cheapos. He's hitting absolute moonshots.
So far.
I remember, I think I was texting Doug, and I was just playing on my phone.
Part-time producer Doug
I had
Owen.
the Dodgers game in the background. I wasn't paying much attention, and I heard Shohei. I was like, oh, let me look up. Next pitch, he hit it like 460. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So he's incredible. Aaron Judge, surprise, surprise.
Jeez.
Since June 1st, 10 homers, 32 RBIs. He's hitting 403 with a 1.434 OPS. Why?
Stop pitching to him.
I'm going to ask it till I die.
I don't
Why
understand
is this
that.
man receiving baseballs to hit?
I
do
don't
not
know.
care.
That's wild.
At some point, teams have to stop caring that Juan Soto and Aaron Judge are on first and second base and just figure out how to pitch to everybody else.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, there is no reason in it. If there is I'll just say it from a Mariners perspective. If there is ever a big series or a big opportunity where the Seattle Mariners are playing the Yankees and those guys get more than like 1.5 pitches to hit the entire game, I'm going to be fucking furious.
Yeah.
Like, what are we? There's no reason to let them beat you. Like, they are a two-man wrecking crew.
Yeah. No, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
This is a complete wrong place to put this. Stanton went on the IL. Because I was going to say, oh, nobody else could, Stanton.
Did he?
Yeah, he went on the IL. Hamstring,
goodness.
I think, again. So anyway, my argument is it was essentially like, there's really not a ton of guys that are going to destroy you. Like, yes, some guys are playing above their means, but Aaron Judge is incredible. We're going to talk about it way more in our next episodes, but the MVP race is going to be fun. Because the other guy that's in that conversation is Gunnar Henderson of the Baltimore Orioles. Again, 24 games since June 1st. He's got 8 home runs, 16 RBIs, not that many. 6 steals. He's hitting 351 with a 1.148 OPS. I think I'm going to make it up off the top of my head. Judge has 30 home runs, and I think Gunnar has like 26.
That sounds
right. They're playing well. Like, they're both having very, very good seasons. And I gave a quick shout out to him before. Gavin Stone, 5 starts in June, 5-0, 1 complete game, 32 innings pitched, 7 earned runs, 29 strikeouts, 1.97 ERA. He's their number 2 because he needs to be.
Yeah.
Has
to be.
He does. And again, when it comes playoff time, I don't think that he's, he should be their number 2. But if he has to be by default, then he's giving you this type of effort, then you're fine.
Yeah.
But he's really turning it on. He's becoming a valued member in that rotation. All the power to him. I do have him in one of my fantasy leagues, so I'm happy about that. But those are my ups, and I know it's very chalky, and I'm certain that I missed some guys. However, they just need to be mentioned. They are the best of the best right now, and they are performing.
Look, I mean, it's just like we're going to always mention the White Sox when we talk about 3 down, right? We have to talk about the studs when it's up. And going back to the Yankees thing, so we just played a 3-game series with the Yankees, right?
Yeah.
We took 2 of 3, so we won the series. When we won, Soto and Stanton were
Stanton or Judge?
Judge and Soto were 2 for 16 when we won. Those 2 games we won. The game we lost.
Yeah.
Soto got walked 3 times. Judge went deep. Like, if you let those guys get on base and hit the ball, you're gonna lose, right?
Yeah.
So when we won, we just didn't give them stuff to hit. So yeah, it's definitely stop pitching, man.
Just figure. I don't know.
Figure it out.
Somebody needs to figure it out.
Yeah.
Who you got for up?
Okay, so this is what I'm doing for up. I knew you were covering a lot of the batters, so
Yeah.
I went after pitchers, and so I've looked at the past 30 days, right? So,
Yeah, same, similar, but
yeah.
a little
So
more.
the past 30 days, and I looked at the pitchers that have really been just pitching at a different level. Right now, there's 5 people, and there's a really interesting name, Garrett Crotchet.
Oh yeah,
Crochet. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's Crochet. You're probably right.
Crotchet.
I don't know, man. It's phonetic.
Jesus
Whatever. So, anyways, Crochet, White Sox pitcher. He's gonna be traded. 1,000%.
So we think.
There's no way that guy doesn't find it. Like the Dodgers, the Braves need an arm. Like there's no way he's pitching so well at the right time. He's gonna go somewhere else.
We'll see.
But he is, his ERA in the past 30 days. His ERA is 1.76, right? 5 games, 30-plus innings. The dude's been pitching great. Now, we both have guys on this list. Ronaldo Lopez and George Kirby have both been pitching really well. Kirby, I wanted to highlight, only has 3 walks in 6 games.
Yeah.
And
he's very, if he's not first, he's very high on the list of like strikeout to walk ratio.
Yeah, his whip right now is in those 30 days is .86, which is the best of these guys I'm talking about.
He's turning into our ace.
So that he's been pitching really well. Lopez doesn't have any like stat that leads of this list, but he's top 3 in every single thing: ERA, strikeouts, whip, average against, all that kind of stuff, right? So he's pitching really, really well for a guy that we just kind of brought in not to be a stud, but is pretty much pitching like a stud, especially for this past month. Justin Steele is up here. His ERA is 1.69 in the past 5 games.
He's that good. Okay. Been pitching that.
You know what his win-loss record is in those 5 games?
1-4.
0-1. So
yeah,
so
their
Cub hitters
isn't very
Cub
good.
hitters bullpen, get your shit together.
Yeah, they're reeling too as a team.
Yeah, but the main guy I want to talk about, and this is I've talked about 5 guys on my 3 up, 3 down.
But we both went over.
But my main guy is Hunter Brown.
He's back,
Mini
baby.
Justin Verlander, as I called him at the beginning of the year, he's been on fire. His ERA is 1.16. He has 3 earned runs, 36 strikeouts, and 31 innings. The average against him right now is 189. The guy is throwing just gems. He's 4-0. No complete games, but who cares? They don't do that anymore.
No,
anyways,
that's not a thing.
His whip, his second best is .94 behind Kirby. The guy's been pitching out of his mind and looks to be rounding into that ace that they were hoping they were going to get. So, honorable mention, the New York Mets, 8-2. Good for them.
Have you followed this like Grimace thing? Do you know what I'm talking?
So I've seen memes. I don't really know what it's about, though, Chris. Educate
I don't know.
me.
I don't know. No, I was asking you. I was hoping you could enlighten me.
Sorry, buddy.
I just saw something about like I don't know if it was like a day or they had like a grim. I don't know. Ever since
He threw out a
Grimace,
first pitch, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if it was like a grim. I don't know why he was there or what he has to do with anything. I just know that since he showed up, they've been pretty damn good.
Okay.
I have nothing other to say than that because I don't know why he was
blessing. There. Interesting. Okay. Well, good for the
Mets.
Mets.
I remember that like the Grimace shake or whatever was like a fad or a viral sensation, if you will. But yeah, I guess Grimace brings good luck to the Mets.
He does.
That's all I got. I don't know. I was hoping you had something more than I did.
No, I don't have more. And I apologize. I don't have more. 3 down. I'll go real quick. So I have all teams this go around. The Rockies, who are going to continue to be a mainstay. We're going to go see them play baseball.
We are
next month. Chris, what do we expect?
A lot of runs.
A lot of runs. Okay, all right, here's the question. What are you getting from the Rockies Stadium? Like, what memorabilia are you bringing back?
I don't bring anything back.
Nothing. You're not going to get a hat. You're not going to get like a pin.
Well, I don't know. I depend. Every once in a while, I like their hats. I kind of like that purple.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I think their City Connect jersey is amazing.
I'm not buying a City Connect
but I don't think I'm going to buy one. But I think it's one of the best ones. I'm tempted because it'll be cool. It'll be a cool thing to have. But I mean, they're so bad.
Yeah,
why would I wear it?
We're gonna anything like if the over is anywhere near like 10 or 10.5, we are hammering it.
Yeah. All right. So other worst honorable mention. Rockies. White Sox are terrible. They're 3-7 in their last 10.
They're gonna have a fire. So.
They are selling everyone and
supposedly we don't. I guess we don't know till they do it. But
I mean, here's the deal: do they sell and get a lot of prospects, or do they just sell to sell? I don't know. That team
they'll
confuses
get prospects.
Me. You think they'll
all those guys have control?
That's
like
true.
Crochet's got a ton of time left. Robert has a ton of
That's
time left.
Robert, not Robert.
I think it's Robert.
Is it? Damn it.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was Robert.
I don't know. I've heard it different. I used to say Robert, and then I heard Robert.
Okay.
And then Braves, like the all-time Brave. I don't know if you've said it here, but you've definitely said it to me. Is that Fetty? Eric Fetty?
Oh yeah.
It's like that guy's got Brave written all over him. But again,
that is a double A special right there.
He's on a 2-year deal, like pretty team friendly, I think. But he's not like Robert and Crochet. Like they're in their young 20s.
Yeah.
But he's like, mid 30s,
Yeah.
I think.
I don't think he's mid 30s, but
My guess is 33.
oh, okay. All right. Keep talking.
33.
33. Okay.
So yeah, White Sox, they're going to sell what they can. I wonder if they even put like, I don't think you get anything for him, but Eloy Jimenez, like what do you?
Interesting.
How old is he?
No. The Eloy.
Yeah, like
thing,
what do you do with him? Like, do you want?
Can you
him?
do anything with him though? Is the question.
I don't know. I'm saying as a contending team, do you want Eloy Jimenez on your team?
I don't think I do. 31.
Damn.
Yeah. So,
Younger
anyways,
than I thought.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I'd love to.
He's on a 2-year deal. I know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I don't want Jimenez. But here's the deal: he is a threatening bat if he
he's
ever hits
played
the ball.
100 out of 6 seasons. He's played over 120 games, over 120 games twice. 122 and 120.
Okay.
And then 55. One was COVID, so that doesn't count. But 55, 55, 84, and then he's at 39 now, but he was hurt. I think he's back. He has a career. I would never have guessed this. He has a career batting average of 271.
Okay, that's higher than I would have expected.
I would have easily been at the 230s.
Oh yeah.
He's
40,
at 230. He's at 230
tops.
He's at 230 right now. He's had one season below 250. He was at 249, and then everything else is solid.
Okay.
So maybe I don't know.
It's possible. Yeah.
How old do you think he is? I'm looking at it.
32.
27.
Oh damn.
So he's got it depends on what you think you could do with him, right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he's one of those guys. He's just a masher, right? So who needs someone just to hit bombs? I mean, I feel like the Yankees.
But he
would take
doesn't
him.
though. He hits for average.
Well, I guess that's fair.
He's only hit over. He hit 31 home runs his rookie season, and then never hit over 20.
Really? Oh, I thought he hit more than that. Okay, well, never mind.
Yeah. Again, I don't know why that's the case. I have no explanation.
Yeah, I don't know. Then I don't. It's not something that interests me. So.
We'll see. He'll go somewhere, I think.
Oh, he will. He will.
All right. So who's your other? White Sox, right? Who's the other?
Yankees. Yankees are 2-8 in their last 10. One of those series losses comes from us, the Atlanta Braves. Just want to make sure I continue to point that out. I do think that the Yankees are showing weakness, right? So if they're not hitting, they're not going to be competitive. But that's the thing. How do you avoid all these great batters? And so there's no doubt they have to be buyers at the All-Star break. They're a threat. They're going to continue to be. Cole is coming back. Once he gets revved up, I mean, that changes the face of that team completely. But now
he's certainly not revved up.
Oh, he's not revved up at all. No,
he got beat up.
He's going to get revved up. But I think that right now the Yankees are hitting a lull, which is, I mean, every team does it throughout the year, at least
my
once.
Mariners are in. It happens.
Yeah,
I'm not writing them off at all.
Oh, I'm not either.
They're
I'm
still
just,
up there.
Right now, they're a part of the 3 down because they just have not played good baseball recently. So, so that's my 3. What you got?
My rationale for this doesn't make any sense since I was
Love it.
I was like, let's just do since June because I really didn't feel like looking up the stats for these guys. I'm gonna lump them together because they're similar, and it's Julio and Corbin Carroll. They've been bad.
Yeah.
Do
you have some stats there? I'm curious.
I mean, I have season longs. So
okay, yeah.
Julio has 7 home runs. He's hitting 252 with a 639 OPS. That's bad. Oof. Carroll has 2 home runs, hitting 216 with a 621 OPS. So they're just not good right now. And it's like to the point of the season where it's no longer, it's a slow start. We're 2 weeks away from the All-Star break.
Yeah.
We are, I don't know. It's a weird time for that. Like, I think Carroll has lingering injuries. I don't know that to be true. And it sounds dumb to say. I hope that's the case because if not, we've got a bigger issue with him.
Right.
But Julio has nothing going on. He's just not. I don't know if he's overextending because he feels he has to do too much.
Yeah. Could Carroll be sophomore slump?
It's possible.
I mean,
but he was banged up he has like shoulder. I don't know.
I guess the shoulder thing could be. But you just see so many rookies start hot. Now he started.
But I'm saying
it was historic what he did last year.
He's got 2 home runs. He had 31 last year.
Yeah,
that's different than a slump.
You know
what I mean? Like, I'm not looking at any, like, I haven't looked at like exit velocity or batted ball and any of that nonsense yet. So I can't. I'm kind of talking out of my ass, if you will. But it just feels like he's not all there.
Yeah, that's so
he's
strange.
Still more valuable in the lineup than not, I guess. So
you're just hoping he figures it out and brings it together at some point.
I might have to. You know what? I'm gonna make a note for myself somewhere.
Okay, do it.
And I'm gonna reach
the book of
out
Chris
to Aaron Hughes, our D-backs.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just gonna be like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, what's happening?
What's going on with Corbin? You know, what
we're
I mean?
just looking at stats. You know, have you watched him play? Does he look like he's
I
nursing
cannot say
anything?
I've watched a ton of Diamondbacks.
Me neither. That West Coast stuff, man.
I sometimes I don't even get to watch the Mariners.
Right.
So I don't know. I want to know what he thinks, and maybe I'll try and put that in a note for follow up here. I have one more, and it again kind of unfair to him, but I just think overall the story is funny. Shota Imanaga. So he had a quality start today. He pitched this afternoon. So quality start today on Thursday, 6/27. But his last start, they left him out to dry, man. He gave up 10 runs, 11 hits, 10 earned runs.
Ooh, so much for that ERA.
So he gave up 3 runs today. So disregard that. I have that cut before today, obviously. He had, I think his season, he had like a 2.93 or something ERA.
Yeah, it was
and we're talking in the 1-somethings prior to all this.
Yes.
He has only 2 games this season out of 14 starts that he allowed more than 2 runs. In those starts, he gave up 7 and 10 runs.
Ooh.
He gave up
when he gets hit, he gets tagged.
Yeah, and then everything else, he has 1, 2, 3. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. I should have did this before. 6 with 0.
Yep.
1. Looking at the wrong line.
Oh boy.
2, 3. 3 with 1, and then the rest are 2.
Yeah.
Pitched well, all things again. And today is another outlier. He has 1 start with 3 that he gave up today. But it's just a weird, when he, as you said, when he gets hit around, and I have him in one of the other fantasy leagues, not ours. And I just kept looking, and I was like, he keeps losing points. Why is he in this game? Can we
take him out?
You know how a guy gets tagged early, and he still gets through 4 innings.
Yep.
You're like, okay, whatever. He'll make that up. And I just every time I looked, who are they playing? The Mets. He ran into the Grimace Mets is what happened.
Oh no, the Grimace Mets.
Every time I looked, the
dangerous.
Mets had 3 more runs. I was like, oh my god, stop throwing the towel. So that again, I wouldn't say it's cold per se, but that start was egregiously bad.
Yeah.
For somebody who was in the Cy Young conversation. He honestly fell out of that, just because but 17 runs in 2 games is not ideal.
No, it's not at all.
No matter what way you look at it.
Yeah, that's funny. I think I saw a meme. Is it where he was pitching really well, and then the girls from the WNBA came and threw out the first pitch, and he's been trash since? I think
he hasn't been trash. He hasn't been as good.
Yeah.
But it's tough to go from 3 straight starts of no runs, 2 earned, 1, 0, 2, 0, 0, 7.
Oof. Yeah.
And then 1, 2, 1, 10.
It's he picks a day and he's like, I'm going to dial this one in.
Yeah,
here's some softballs.
I just don't have it. And I'm curious in what that looks like.
It's got to be ball movement, right? Because the days that he can miss bats, the ball's moving everywhere. He's probably placing it better than normal. And the days that he just doesn't have it, he doesn't throw hard enough, right? He just doesn't. And so if that ball's not moving, if he's not placing
he's
it,
not missing bats.
Yeah,
right?
He's getting smacked.
It's when here's the numbers from May. Here's May and June. 7 strikeouts, 8 strikeouts. I think that says 8. It's kind of blurry. 7, 1 strikeout. That's when he gave up 7 runs.
Jeez.
Then 6, 7, 6, 3 when he gave up 10.
Oof.
So maybe you're right. I I am not that big of a numbers nerd
Yeah.
to like look. But if this keeps happening, if there's a trend where like once a month this guy just gets absolutely obliterated, you know, like
Yeah.
Because other than that, like he's been fantastic.
He's been great.
Overall.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
got. I think it does say he's got a 2.96 ERA.
Yeah.
like that's good. He's 11-3.
If he didn't have those 2 games, that would be so much further down.
He'd have a
too.
sub 2 ERA.
Yeah. I mean, he had a sub 2 ERA
He did
until that point.
prior
right?
to that start.
Yeah, yeah.
He had a 1 point. I think it was 1.99.
He was a part of our 3-up because he had
he's
under 2.
incredible.
Yeah, he's been great.
He went here in May. He went from a 0.84 to a 1.86 with that one start, and then for over the next 3 starts, only went up to 1.99. So holding it down.
Yep.
And then 10 runs and went up another like 2.96. So like he gives up like an extra. So and that big discrepancy will even itself out, I suppose.
Yeah, over the time.
But because it's still early, right? We're still only 14 starts in or whatever. But it's a trend I want to keep watching. He did not do it in April. He did not have the blow up in April. But we are on Shota alert for July.
We should start having is this the blow up game?
Yeah.
Predictions. We'll look into it. We'll look into it.
We'll have a better idea next episode. Hopefully he doesn't blow up before then. But we've only got a week. Yeah. He pitched today. Hang on.
Oh.
He pitched today.
And
1, 2.
Uh-huh.
He gave up 3 runs.
Okay.
But it's also June. 1. Hang on. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5.
Chris is so good at counting.
I think he's gonna pitch. He might pitch Tuesday.
Okay.
I think we're recording Tuesday. We'll see.
Wednesday. No.
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
We're recording Wednesday.
Next week. Yes, we're recording Wednesday because 4th of July is Thursday. Yes, we're recording Wednesday next week.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna keep an eye.
We'll see what happens.
Another note.
Leave a note. Book of Chris.
We need a goddamn secretary or something. I'm not gonna remember this.
Who wants to work for us for free
for negative dollars?
Negative
you will lose money on this endeavor.
You will give us money to work for us. Chris, brother, it's been really good to finally get back in the studio with you.
This is good, man. We're not in a studio, bro. Don't sell it.
No. It makes us sound so much cooler to say studio. But anyway,
yeah. When you won't agree, well, I want us to go further in the debt to get some video.
Not
in
yet.
here.
Not yet. We'll figure it out.
It's been requested. But when you do that, you can lie to the people. You're able to lie.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
not fair. I won't have that.
Okay,
I can't
I'm sorry.
stand for that.
I will not be lying to the people anymore. Oh, by the way, our last episode that we did, the Chris away game, if you haven't checked it out, it's on YouTube.
It is.
So please, we're trying to get out into different mediums. Speaking of video, Chris.
That my face is covered. Like 85.
Somehow the microphone looks 10 times bigger than it actually is.
It's not. Listen. It was tough. I was in Lewis, Delaware. I was on a dresser. It was bad situation.
We figured it out.
Might as well have been playing at the goddamn Coliseum. You know what I mean? So we tried. We're trying. We don't have it set up to do video every episode. That's not going to happen for at least a little while. Mm-hmm. We're going to keep pushing. We're doing our best. Yeah. Stick with us. I know the schedule's been a little crazy, and we haven't been our regular every 2 weeks. But I think we have a good stranglehold on the next month and a half.
Yep.
So I don't foresee any problems there. Again, real life could get in the way. Oh, one thing I forgot to call out.
Yeah.
I am going to jump on Buds and Blue Jays.
Oh, nice. Love those guys.
On July 7th?
Yeah.
It's a Sunday.
Yep, that's the 7th.
They're doing like 10 o'clock at night.
10 at night? Aren't they on East Coast time too?
Yeah. I don't know, man. They got some weird ass. I can't. So they go live and then play it, right? But then that's what they release.
You got to figure out how to not be covered by a microphone, Chris.
I'll be all right. I'm not worried about that. I guess what I'm saying is I know. So they do every series, right? They'll recap the end of every series. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they'll do an end and a beginning, depending on timing and all that. But I guess what I want to say is like I don't know what their schedule is because it's like a Tuesday at like 11 a.m. They're like I get the notification they're live. I'm like what are these guys doing? But definitely give them a follow. I'll definitely be interacting with them a little bit more as it comes close, because it is going to be the reason I'm going on is the end of Mariners Blue Jays series.
Perfect.
So hopefully Mariners come out with a win, but you'll hear from me, from us in the meantime. We are going to be back next week.
1,000%. And if you want us to do more video stuff, the best way to do that is by watching the YouTube, sharing the YouTube. Follow us on X/Twitter, Instagram. And thank you so much for listening and participating. And we look forward to doing this more consistently over the next couple months.
At Coaches Sons Pod. Hit us up. Let us know if you have anything we're missing, anything you want us to do, try, consider. You let us know. We'll do what we can. I've still been keeping in touch with most some of those people who have done the season previews.
Yep.
So I've toyed around with the idea of when to get them back on. I'm not sure, but we'll figure it out. We're gonna, we're building a community here, and we're gonna make it work.
Absolutely, I love it. My name's Andrew.
I'm Chris,
and this is the Coach's Sons Podcast.